Welcome
back to finally an update on the GS and the Aristo. After months and months and months of us telling you guys that we're going to do it, well, you and Matt and Jake have finally done it.
We're actually done it, yeah. So the only real video we've had requested on the channel is an update on the GS and the Aristo. So it's only been 18 months. We're finally giving you an update on the GS and the Aristo. So we'll take you around, show you what we've done on both of them.
Yeah.
And then in the next video, guess what?
We're going drifting. Yes.
Finally time for some skids.
Finally.
So we got Jaco, we got Matt. You've seen him before on the channel. We'll talk you through what we've done. And then, yeah, tune into the next one where you'll see him in action.
Let's go and have a look.
Let's go and have a look.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Okay, so GS has had quite the transformation over the last 12 months. It's going to take us a little bit of remembering to get in the groove of everything that we've done, but it's, yeah, we've done a fair bit, haven't we?
Yeah,
I say we, I mean basically Matt. So if you've watched the last video, you'll know that it was on standard wheels. It looked like a piece of shit. The radiator was overheating. It wasn't running properly because we thought it needed an ECU, like remap or something.
Clutch pedals
was horrible. The whole thing was just a complete shed.
Yeah.
It's still a shed, but less of a shed.
It works now, doesn't it?
Should we just go back to front with everything we've done?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Oh, that was
loud.
That was, wasn't it? Okay, so starting from the rear, we now have some exhausts, which you'll see. The slightly annoying byproduct of that is that you basically can't hear the car. They look big, but they're not that big. I mean, they're not that loud.
Proper silence, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's a bit of a shame, but at least it looks better now.
Courtesy of Jake,
plastic dipped a couple of the badges just to make them look a bit cooler because we're cool kids. The biggest thing at the back is Matty spent about a month patching up the horrible rotted inner arches, so it's actually solid. The rear axle's not going to fall out the car when we're fully lit in third at Santa Pod now, which is good. New wheels, obviously. 18 by 9.75, I think.
Chunky boys.
Just cheap skid wheels that look better than the standard ones. They've got a slightly nicer offset. What else have we done?
Handbrake shoes.
Oh yeah. So we got Project Muse shoes for the handbrake.
Fabricated S14 handbrake into the car.
Yeah, we put an S14 handbrake in the car as well. So we've actually got an e-brake now, so we can pop that e-brake.
Because we put normal shoes on it, didn't it? And it just didn't work when we put a handbrake on. So
well, it's gone through a couple of iterations, the handbrake, because originally it was a Supra handbrake on, wasn't it?
Which didn't really work.
With the standard cable and standard shoes, and that just did not work at all.
No.
But now the S14 handbrake and front cable with the Project Muse shoes does seem to work quite nicely.
Springs, we've got stiffer springs.
Oh yeah,
on
stiffer
the rear
springs.
and the front now.
So we went for 18 kilo in the front, 16 in the back, I think.
Yeah,
Hence why at the moment you'll notice the front of the car
it's quite high.
is doing a bit of a speedboat impression. We haven't lowered the front yet, which we still need to do. Interior wise, we haven't done anything other than the handbrake, obviously.
Yeah. New clutch.
Oh yeah,
now.
so we did do a drift day in December on the standard springs and stuff, and that was a bit too flobbery, but also we pretty much cooked the clutch. So we got an upgraded clutch, paddle clutch. It's only a single plate, which is a bit of a shame, but seems to do the job, doesn't it?
Does what it needed to do.
New radiator went in there.
Yeah.
We paid to get the ECU sent off to get it chipped to accept the gearbox, put it on the car, nothing changed whatsoever. Then we realised that actually the misfire wasn't caused by the ECU, it was caused by the frickin' Duff MAF sensor. So we could have spent 40 quid on a MAF sensor and not worried about the ECU, but we've done it anyway.
It is what it is.
So potentially it could be running a bit more power. Polish the front lights.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much it, to be fair.
Again, plasti dip the front grille. Again, nothing too major, but just makes it look a bit more like a drift car.
It does what it wants to do.
We've got the lucky cat on the dash.
That's it.
Is that it?
I think so. Just need some odds and sods now, doesn't it? A bit of tidying up, and it'll be better.
Yeah, we've given it a bit of a clean. Like I say, the headlights have been polished. They look a bit better. We do need to do something about the arches, front and rear, and potentially, depending on how it performs at the next drift day, the next couple, we might get the same kit as Jake's Aristo, maybe.
Yeah, it's all down to cost, isn't it?
Yeah, like I say, this is a cheap skidder, so we don't really want to spend too much money on it. But
it does the job now, doesn't it? It skids, so it's quite nice to get out there and use it the way it's meant to be used.
Yeah, it's got enough power for what we need, isn't it?
First drift day was a bit disappointing when we got there, and it was we cooked the clutch and had to sit out for a couple of hours just to get it so we can actually drive it again.
And we didn't have a handbrake.
And the handbrake was shot, so we couldn't use that either.
And the suspension was too soft.
So yeah, loads of stuff that we couldn't really do. So it was just annoying that we had to spend so much time and effort to get it back up and running. But when we used it again, it was pretty good, wasn't it? So we was able to get it.
It skids.
Does the job, to be fair.
Gearbox, clutch, diff, all that kind of stuff seems reliable. The engine takes a pounding.
We serviced it as well.
Oh yeah, we serviced it. We actually put some oil and filters and stuff on.
So just routine maintenance. There's a few more bits we need to do, probably a cam belt and stuff like that. But it's one of them things that we just need to do.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff we can do. Seat, wheel.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. But
lock kit and stuff. That's
yeah.
Thing
yeah. That's the other thing, is it would be nice to get some more lock if possible. But for now, it's a lot better than it was. It does the job. Doesn't look quite as cool as this, but looks better than it did.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Bosh.
So the GS is the GS. It's a cheap skidder, whatever else. The Aristo is slightly different. That's also had quite the transformation over the last year, which you'll probably see from just the kit and the wheels and everything else. So, what are we dealing with?
Well, if we start at the back and then we'll
let's move.
We'll work our way round.
I'll work my way around you in a minute. Yeah, okay. That's right.
Yeah, so what we've done, Desire Motor Factory body kit, which is based off an IS200 BN Sports kit. Titanium Reinhard exhaust.
Ooh, I'm Reinhard right now.
Love that. Couple of random stickers that I collected when I was in Japan, that sort of thing. SSR Minervas on the back. Viennas on the front, which I think were on there in the last video.
I think it was on the Viennas in the last video. It was so fucking long ago, Christ knows.
Yeah, interior wise, quite a bit's changed on the interior as well. So, Bride Lomax seat, Nardi, S13 handbrake, Coolerworks shifter, manual gearbox swap as well. Yeah, similar to this, but this has got a twin plate in it and it's got a 6-speed in it. That's got a 5.
So they're both BMW boxes, but he's done it properly, which we thought the previous owner had done this properly, but clearly fucking not. No. So you got a twin plate from an E39 M5, I believe.
Yeah, it's got a twin plate clutch in it. Yeah.
And a 6-speed box.
Yeah, 6-speed box as well, which helps a little bit with ratios, but first gear is still a bit of a problem on these.
First gear is really short in yours.
Yeah,
really
I'd like to go down to a short ratio diff if possible. They LS430, that sort of thing, you get one out of those, which is a bit short, which would probably help. So.
And also, you've got exactly the same handbrake as us. So you've got S13 or S14 handbrake with the front cable Have you got Project Mu shoes on this?
Yeah,
as well,
Project Mu shoes on the back as well. We did. We made an exhaust system from the center section backwards, and then we modified a downpipe. It's got a single turbo on it now, and
big boy
stuff like that. So yeah,
size of my head, size of Matty's neck.
Yeah. Do you want to have a look under the bonnet?
Let's have a look under the bonnet, mate. Oh baby, 2JZ GTE, baby.
So yeah, GT3582 turbo, 82 rear housing, just a cheap cast iron log manifold because they're reliable and they don't crack. No management at the moment, but I have got an ECU Masters Black to go on it, boost controller, which has got AFR readout and everything on there as well, so we can keep an eye on the AFRs while it's on standard management. Intercooler has been changed. We went for a front mount power steering cooler.
Oh yeah, well, that's the other thing I did mention about the GS. We got power steering cooler on that as well.
Yeah, so upgraded with bits radiator. So it's had quite a lot, but now it really needs management to make use of all the power. So
what? Let's go for a conservative estimate.
Yeah.
What do you think we're running at the crank now?
Probably 330, 340.
No, surely more.
Oh no, probably more at the crank actually. Maybe like 380, 400 at the crank.
Okay, so 400 at the crank, let's say.
Yeah.
We're down the pub, so we'll say 450. Fuck it.
And then I think once it's got management, it would benefit some bigger injectors and something on the ignition side. Really, probably like VAG coils or something, and then we could probably go to 500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, with a bit more boost. It's only running 0.8 of a bar at the moment, so not a lot of boost, but
keep it safe.
It still feels.
Yeah. You upgrade. You swapped the springs on your suspension as well, didn't you?
Yeah. So we've got 20 kg fronts and 18 rears, and that feels about right. You could go stiffer on these, but in general, for a road car, I think that's okay. So
yeah, the 18 and 16 on the GS are absolutely fine, and obviously that's because we've got an aluminium engine, not the fucking boat tank that's in here.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's it, mate.
But I think that's still a little bit soft when you compare it to this.
Yeah, an anti-roll bar.
Again, you could easily go for 24k on the front, but for a road car, I think the balance is about right.
If they weren't road legal anymore, and we were trailering them to drift days, then yeah,
I'd probably go for like a 2420 or something.
Yeah, like that. But for these, considering we're still driving them to the drift days, you don't want it rattling your fillings out, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, next thing's management, definitely, just to be safe. And the EMU Black's got so many safety features and everything that we can take advantage of. You can have all the motorsport stuff like anti-lag, launch control, all that stuff as well. So I'm sure we'll have some fun with that at some point.
So basically, the situation is we have two working, capable, reasonably powerful drift cars. Finally, it's only taken 18 months.
It's getting there.
We got there.
Yeah, we're getting there. We just need a bit of lock. I've got knuckles ready to go on, but you guys need to get a set made up.
We need to do lock at some point.
So yeah, once we've got some lock mods, then that will help a lot.
Right. Thank you for watching. Just a nice, simple, quick little video. Hopefully you've got a feeling of what the cars are about now, what we've managed to do, what the future plans are.
Yep.
Now let's go do some skids.
Let's go do some skids. Yes.
Thank you to Jake and Matt for being part of it.
Yep. Let's go do some skids.
Yeah!
Oh, in a week or so.
Yeah.